Hello and welcome. Lovely to have your company. Very excited about this because, of course, we have got our wonderful John in the building and we've got a machine that can be an absolute game changer.
Yes.
I mean, I've already got one. I was saying to our John, though, I've got one of these, but I was saying I couldn't find my ink. So I ordered some more ink and then obviously found my ink. And that's why I haven't been using mine as much as I want to because I couldn't find my ink to ink my ink pad.
Yeah.
However, I bought this because when I saw you demonstrate, it's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy. It's really easy, and it's super effective, but it's techniques as well.
It is.
And
yeah.
and that for me, it was like boom.
To me, when we first saw the machine and then we started developing the inks and the products to go with it,
Yeah.
I was just shocked of what it can do. And I know that if I was sat at home, this is why I love the fact that you've got one.
Yeah.
And I'll say, you bought one.
I bought one.
Because we don't give anything
Yeah,
away.
yeah, I
As you
absolutely
know.
bought one. And
So you
everything
put
else
your
that
money
goes with
out on it because you know, I thought this cannot be as easy as it appears to me.
Yeah.
And when you sit at home, you go, no, that can't work. It does.
Yeah.
You know, it literally a case of that card there was made with white card.
And I mean, look at that.
So that was made with white card and the Kaleido. That's it.
And
everything on that is made with the Kaleido. And in the show this morning, I showed you by making that.
Oh, look at that.
Exactly how we did it.
Yeah.
And that literally is 10 minutes.
And doesn't it look professional? Yeah. And this is the thing. I mean, obviously, I've had a go at other foiling machines. I've used other foiling machines. What I love about this, it didn't need me to set any extra timers. It didn't need me to faff about with different plates. Ridiculously easy. And, of course, it's a die cutting machine. You kind of forget that bit.
You do. And
you actually forget that it's a really good die cutting machine.
This sits on it sits here on my desk at home. This is mine from home. It sits on my desk at home. And I die cut through this now for nearly 18 months that I've been testing it. And anyone who watches any of my videos, anyone who watches any of my craft caves or anything knows, this is what I use. These are my plates.
The originals?
Originals after 2 years.
That's cracking.
That's how good a die cutting machine this is.
Yeah.
Because not only if they're not warped, look, I mean, you can see how much I've cut on that.
Yeah, I love how mucky they are.
You can see how many times that has been through.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is, I know we all argue about what's the best die cutting machine and what we prefer. I've tried nearly all of them through my time. That's the best A5 machine I've ever used.
Yeah.
And I can honestly say that, and it's the one I use all the time.
Yeah.
And we forget about that.
Yeah, we do forget about that because we get so into the foiling. Okay, well, let's take you through the kit. Now, we were already 60% of stock gone. Obviously, we've had one out in today. It is an amazing bundle. If you're thinking Christmas, you've got a £65 saving on this today. So let's take you through what you get first of all. Of course, you get the machine. Now, with the machine, because it's designed for foiling, it's obviously you're going to plug this in because of course you need the heat to do that foiling, but oh my gosh, it's ridiculously easy. John will take you through. I mean, anyway, ridiculously easy, really sturdy, fantastic machine. You've already got foils that come with your machine. However, with the bundle, look at all of these. I mean, the colours are fabulous.
They're beautiful colours, and the 10 colours that we've chosen from all the ones available are beautiful, true colours.
Yeah.
And what we've also done is these all match the Craft Artist mirror and satin card.
Oh, beautiful.
Exactly. Same manufacturer used.
Ah.
So if you're matting and layering and you do the green and you want it to match a piece of green, you use a piece of our green card and it will match exactly.
Amazing.
So you've got gold and silver, you've got holographic gold and silver, and then you've got the green, the red, the pink, the rose copper, the blue and the pearl, which is the top one.
So good. They look so good. So you've got your foils, and you don't. I mean, you get a decent amount of foil on those as well. I'm not going to touch anything because I'll knock it over. But you do get. You've got a proper one.
What you get is, I mean, basically, if I can find it. These look. Everybody's used to with foiling machines. You know the big thick rolls like toilet rolls.
Yeah.
They actually use 2/3 more packaging than this uses.
Oh, wow.
This has ½ a metre more than those rolls.
Wow.
So this is a 3-metre roll.
Yeah.
This is whatever's left on mine.
Yeah,
on an extremely uber thin tube.
Yeah,
Now, there's two reasons for that. Number one, we've put an extra 1/2 metre on, which we can get on because it's a smaller roll.
Yeah.
But number two, in total, that's how it comes packaged.
Yeah.
That is 1/3 of the standard packaging, which means it's 1/3 less waste.
Yeah.
It's also 2/3 less carbon footprint for manufacturing and for air miles.
Wow, okay.
Now, it's one of the things that we do on Crafts too, as you'll know from the dies and everything. We make everything the smallest packaging possible.
Yeah.
So I'd look at that and go, hang on, I've seen bigger rolls than that. Yeah, no, they're not.
Yeah.
They are literally, we had it made specially for us in 1/3 of the size.
Because let's face it, a lot of companies will think, well, put it on a big roll so it looks like you're getting more.
It's the same reason you get dies in big packaging, because it looks bigger. No, we'd rather be honest and say you're getting 1/2 metre more in a smaller roll, but it's better for all of us.
Yeah. And you'll probably recycle the roll anyway, put it in your mixed media. So you've then got within this collection a beautiful, beautiful set of dies here. Now, sorry, I'm just getting a bit further in. So with your dies now, the lovely thing, obviously, with this whole collection and the machine, of course, is the fact that you can use all sorts. But with your dies, you're doing your die cutting, but it's the way that you can foil dies as well. I mean, it just gives you so many options, doesn't it, John?
It really does.
And with these, you've got your beautiful Christmas tree. You've got your fantastic baubles. I love that tree down there. I mean, look at the size of that.
It is contents may vary on the dies.
Because it's such a bargain.
Because it's such a bargain. And the idea was, I bought my first die cutting machine, an A5 one, 10, 12 years ago for Christmas.
Yeah.
And I received a die cutting machine and a box of card to go with it.
Yeah.
No dies.
Yeah.
And I literally, I've said this so many times, I spent Christmas Day in Spain going, because I had nothing to do. So when we put this bundle together, I said to Peter, is there any way we can include a stencil and some dies?
Yes.
And then apart from card, you have everything you need if you open this as a present.
Yes.
To not only die cut, emboss, stamp, foil, everything. All you need is some card. Because of the pen in there, you don't even need a stamp. You can foil within 7 minutes of opening the box and turning it on.
So that's amazing. Within 7 minutes, open the box. So you are getting your dies, contents may vary, but I mean the price is ridiculous considering you're getting all of them. You've then got obviously the bits that you really, this is the exciting bit. So you've got your plates. As you've seen, John's plates have lasted ages. So you've got your plates for everything that you need essentially, but then you've got your blank pad. So this allows you to create your own pad with, of course, the liquid ink. You've then got and your extra magic medium, again, we are talking about different types of things that you can do, different techniques that you can do. And I love this because both of these allow you to do so many other techniques, not just regular foiling with your stamps. They allow you to do so many techniques, and that's what makes this super exciting. I've got so many boards around me. There's so much to show you. And that's the thing, it's like, it's one of those as well, John. You ain't, I know, I love it. Taz in my head, then you're like, oh no, where do I start? Just look at the shiny things. Shiny. There's that many techniques. I bet you keep finding techniques.
I do. I came
John?
up with one yesterday of putting the ink in a spray bottle, spritzing it and foiling. The idea is, with the magic medium and the ink and the Kaleido, anything that you can use ink for, full stop, you can now foil.
Wow.
Whether that be painting, so you could hand paint.
Yeah.
You can calligraphy, you can handwrite, you can stamp, you can cover embossing folders. Anything you can do with an ink, you can now foil. And there is no other machine in the world that does it, or ink that does it.
That's so clever. And again, with your ink, I love it because you buy that, but it's a big bottle of re-inker. You haven't given us a skinny little bottle. So that means, obviously, you're going to be able to play.
That, I pop there.
Yes, thank you, darling.
It's a 60 ml bottle. That's what's left of my first bottle packaged.
You've still got stuff
I've got about 10%, 15%, something like that left in it.
Wow.
And every board,
and that was the
every
first
side.
one?
Yep.
I tell you what, I've gone and got myself 3 now. I'm going to be...
I'm literally just about to open. I've got one new, because I have to do the same.
Yeah.
So I have one new bottle unopened, as you can see, because it's all clean.
Yeah, nice and clean,
ready
shiny.
for when that runs out.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's shocking, because normally with a re-ink, you know, it's 10 or 15 mil.
Yeah.
It's 2 or 3 squirts and it's almost out.
Yeah.
We wanted to give you enough so that you're not having to... The idea of the whole machine was, we're not going to ask you to buy new things next month for it.
Yeah.
Everything is backward compatible.
Yeah.
We give you enough ink, so if you want to go through your whole stamp collection,
Yes.
you can stamp and foil every single stamp you've ever had.
Amazing. And the detail. I mean, let's have a look at this board and talk through it, because there's so many different effects. And this is why, for me, this machine made sense. Because look at some of these beautiful things. And I mean, when you look at this, so that one, for starters, just that one, that is obviously, is that a stamp design or
That's
John?
a stamp, yeah.
And then that, I presume, is a waste.
That's the waste, because using the magic medium, and I'll show you, you can use the waste and then you can foil with a second colour.
That is
something
so
you
cool.
can't do with any other machine.
Yeah.
You could foil with 2 or 3, so that's just using the waste. And that's a rubber stamp, one of mine from about 7 years ago.
Wow. And it's the same with that one as well then, isn't it?
Yeah, one is a stamp, one is the waste just put onto the magic medium.
And they both look phenomenal.
Yeah,
they both
exactly.
look so, so good.
But you've got things like the tree that's been stamped and then foiled. That's a stamp again, foiled in the pearlescent.
That's so pretty.
Which gives you, depending on the card, a different one.
Yeah.
Magic medium through a stencil.
And the magic medium, I mean, that looks so textured.
And it has a feel.
Yeah.
It's not completely flat because you've got that textured. Drawing through a stencil with the pen and foiling it.
Amazing. Is
for
that
different
drawing
colours.
through the stencil?
Yeah.
That looks incredible.
It's just using the pen, and I drew through a stencil.
Yeah, that
Foiled
looks...
it in red, then drew through again and foiled it in green.
Yeah.
And then with gold, and then with blue. The next one's onto rice paper.
Yeah. So different mediums. Don't think just
rice
cardstock.
paper, vellum, acetate.
Yeah. And
anything
that's your...
uncoated.
Yeah. Is that, what's that? Oh, that's your cardstock. But that looks... Oh,
That's parchment.
Is that parchment?
That's parchment. That's actually clarity parchment.
Heavyweight
A
parchment.
heavyweight parchment. But onto a
Beautiful.
patterned paper stamped and foiled on top.
Yeah, that looks lovely.
That one I love. That's crayons. Scribbled and then run through, and it heat sets it.
Amazing. And you get that shine, that wonderful shine. I love this because the detail, look at that. Can you see the foiling on it? That is so delicate.
Yeah, really simple. And that's a really delicate clear stamp.
Yeah.
And then I've gone over it with the pearlised foil and then watercoloured on top, because of course it's foil, it resists.
And look at that.
But the pearl gives you that beautiful sheen.
Yeah, I love that it acts as a resist. We talked about these two, so let's move on to this one, because that's interesting. I mean, again, look at all the colours.
That was our Sam.
Was
or
it?
my Sam.
Oh, our Sam.
Stamped it, put pink on, sent it straight through.
Yeah.
Stamped again, put green on, sent it straight through. Stamped again and put silver on and sent it through.
Doesn't it look cool?
Because it doesn't refoil over existing foil.
Amazing. So you're not actually messing up the next colour. You ain't going to get mud.
You see how the pink goes over the green?
Yeah, yeah,
So how the silver is underneath the pink and the green.
Yeah, that is really good. Again, using different colours. You can see there the different colours. Which, yeah, it does look like a rainbow, which looks amazing. And this one, again, so that's layering. Sorry, do you want me to move on? I love this. However, I mean, that looks like, and I'd forgotten about this, that looks like handmade paper. When you get your handmade papers and the flowers are in there, that's what that looks like to me.
Stroke that. It's completely flat. That is a print of lavender heads taken using the heat on the machine.
That's so good.
So the lavender heads have gone away, been pulled off, but it leaves a perfect print of them in there, making it look like handmade paper.
It looks so
smooth.
cool. It does. And I'll just do one more because I know we need to get on with show, but I love looking at these because it's mad how much you can do. They're wax crayons again, aren't they?
Yeah, that's leaves set into it and then wax crayons on top.
That's well good. And that's more wax. Is that wax crayon shaving?
Yeah.
Because look at that for a background, and it's smooth.
And you can stamp on it.
Amazing.
You can't stamp on wax. You can stamp on that with VersaFine.
That's so
Once
clever.
it's sealed, it's done.
Honestly, there's so much you can do. And there's so many techniques that you can do with this machine that you cannot do with other machines. And it comes down to being able to add these fantastic products in with the machine. Okay, your price. You're saving a huge £65. You've then got your flexi, of course. So today, to get the whole bundle is under £50, £49.97. You know exactly what you're paying the next 2 months after that. Obviously, if you are part of Freedom, you're not paying any postage either. We don't charge you any interest. And there's so many gorgeous finished samples. I will show you as many as I can in a little while. 963154, that's your item number. Now, this is obviously flying, but we have got an happy hour, which we need to mention as well, because in the last hour, the happy hour was ridiculously busy. This is a different happy hour. So this is your Pearl Ink that we've got for you, and just so ridiculously handy. So you've got your Moonlight and Dawn, 16 colours in total for £12.98, better than half price. And these are super handy, aren't they?
These are amazing. You've got beautiful colours, but every single one is set with mica.
Right,
so everyone is
lovely.
pearlised, so these will stamp beautifully and blend and ink perfectly on white, but also work on black because they've got mica in.
Ah, beautiful.
So this will give you a beautiful pearlised look. And I know if you go further down, you see the lanterns to your left?
I see the lanterns.
Yeah, it's the gold pearl ink that was used
Bear with.
to shade them, to colour them, and it looks like gilding wax.
Yeah, that really does.
But
Or
that's
it looks
actually...
like that's an ink, because that looks like either a gilding wax or a paint.
Yeah,
It looks like a
and
paint.
that's the ink pad dragged over it
Amazing.
to give that look.
I love that. Look at these. If you do want your ink pads now, this is your happy hour, so you do need to be quick with that. It has been so busy. The last happy hour was super busy. So if you do want that, £12.98. If you do want these, I've got picture numbers to show you because they're well cool. And actually with these ones, once it's gone, it's gone. Once it's gone. The details are zooming in as we speak. Now, these are, so you've got that beautiful big lantern die, as you can see there. And honestly, again, our Johnny designs dies that are easy to actually create something really super effective. And I love the fact that you can decide where your windows are. I'm right in saying that,
Yeah, you can choose any of there's 4 different styles of window. You choose whichever ones they want.
Amazing.
And you put it in, but that sold out last year.
Wow.
And our wonderful Narnia warehouse found another box.
Of course they did.
So this is the last of it. This is genuinely. So I wanted to put it on because so many people have been chasing me for it.
Yeah, oh, it's a cracking die, is that?
Yeah.
And obviously brilliant for popping little Christmassy treats in, but it doesn't have to be Christmassy at all, that one. It can be anything, and that is a good price as well. You are saving £5. So you have got your wonderful mini lantern and then the exclusive Silent Night die. 266, no it isn't, sorry, 966043 is your item number. Right, the most important thing is seeing the machine in action. So where you're starting, Arjun. I like watching these demos because it reminds me again what I can do with my machine.
Right, so really simple. You mentioned about die cuts. So one of the dies that comes in the deal, so this is one of the pink ones that I've got from it. Paper that's been covered with magic medium.
Right,
nice. Okay. And don't forget, there are 17, if not more, videos on YouTube showing you exactly how to do every technique.
Right.
So you don't have to read anything. You don't have to worry about anything.
Amazing.
It will just watch the videos, and they're normal ones. So this is great. This has got coating on it.
Right.
Yep. So this is not coming out quite as easily.
Yeah.
This is what I love about the Kaleido. Metal shim, increase the pressure, run it through.
Because it's got a sticky one.
Because it's got a sticky one. But the thing is, make sure you get the order right. Yes, John, get it right. Never do.
We've had a question. What was the question again? Sorry. From Penny. Hi there, Penny. She said, I love it. Our Penny already wants to go bigger. Will there ever be an A4 machine, please, John?
No.
He's shaking his head, Penny.
No.
Oh, I'm so sorry. John says no.
It's number one, it's just too expensive.
Yeah.
Number two, over an A4 machine, you lose tension.
Right, okay.
So this is why I say this is the best A5 machine I've ever used.
Yeah.
Over an A4 stretch, heating the rollers means it won't cut as well in the middle.
Ah, okay, yeah.
And we'd rather not do something
that doesn't work.
That doesn't work for everything, and that's what we wanted to do, to be honest.
Yeah, that makes absolute sense. Sorry about that, our lovely Penny, but thank you for asking. Now, if you do want the bundle, remember this might be one of the dies that you get in that bundle. Contents may vary, but this may be one of those dies.
So I
and
chose
beautifully delicate. You
the
chose
most
a really
delicate,
nice, delicate.
ridiculous, delicate die, but it's just beautiful. I love these Pink Crafts 2 Christmas dies. I absolutely adore.
What I love about it though as well is the fact that because you sent it through twice, because you've not just picked a delicate one, but you decided to pick cardstock with an adhesive backing on.
Yes.
So therefore, I needed the extra cutting. You're just like me.
Yeah, well, I might as well make it the hardest I possibly can because it proves what you can do. So, both plates, yeah? So this is covered in that. So let's just take a few little bits. I have a scrap bag at home. Do not waste any of this, and I'll show you when I'm stamping what we can do. So I'm just going to take a few scraps of foil. So these will be the ends off your cards or when you've been doing anything. Yeah. So there we go. And literally lay it on top. So
you haven't put any medium or anything on there?
This card has magic medium on it that's included in your kit.
It already did before you die cut it?
Yeah, before I die cut it, it had magic medium on. The video shows you how, but literally, I use a card, like a car scraper. Yeah, yeah. You scrape your windows. Yeah. And just scrape it down onto the card. Amazing.
Oh, because Ali had a question. So Ali said, what did Ali say? So she said, when you're using waste foil, for example, if you wanted to have like, lovely little mosaic types of foil, how would you do it like this then? Right. So you get your magic medium, put it over your
magic medium on your card, throw your bits on. I've just done stripes to make it easier, yeah? Piece of greaseproof paper. Yeah. So I went to the 99p plus a penny store. The other day to get a new one. That's how you secure it on.
Because that keeps the foil off the rollers. Hope that answers your question, and thank you so much. Now, this is a bit I love, because that looks like nothing's happened.
Nothing's occurred on that, has it? Oh, look, hang on.
But it has.
Because there, we've suddenly got...
And you can see it's worked.
I don't have to worry. I don't have to have this pre-cut or primed or anything. Yeah. But there is
Look at that. It's a raster one. That looks so cool. Okay. Isn't it? That's raster colours, isn't it?
But...
That's so cool. I love that.
But the main thing
that's amazing.
we talk about is stamping, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if you look at that card.
And again, look at the foiling on that. Yeah, look at that. Oh, I can see the stripes. There's the one.
Okay, really simple. I've just literally stamped 3 times with Kaleido ink. Okay.
So you've already done that. That's already been stamped.
I've stamped this. Yeah. In fact, what I'll do is let me show you to stamp it and ink it.
Because this is something I found when I was doing mine. I found the one I stamped and then was impatient and Kaleido'd quickly. It still got some foiling,
Didn't get
but
enough,
not
did
all
it?
of it.
No.
But the one I'd stamped and forgot I'd stamped, because I was cleaning my stamp and doing my thing, that foiled like a treat. But I left that one a bit. So is it better to leave it a little bit?
Always leave your stamped image to what we call settle.
Right.
Okay? Yeah. So what you've got is the ink in the Kaleido is a chemical ink. Yeah. So you can't use... So here's my pad. Okay, I've inked it up already. Let's add a little bit more. Oh, not my new bottle.
Not your new bottle, love. Come on.
No, because once you've opened it, it's very liquid. You must keep it upright. If you don't, that happens.
Oh, you've got a mucky end there.
Yeah. It's a chemical. Right. And the chemical reacts against the foil and the heat. Right. So, and I'd rather be... So if you think, I could just get the ink... Yeah. And the foil and do it through a laminator, it won't work. Right, yeah. I don't want anyone to sort of think that, there might be, if you could do it that way, I'd tell you. Yeah. Because I'd much prefer it. But it's basically a combination of the pressure, the chemical ink, and the heat at the right temperature that matches this. The machine came first and the ink was developed afterwards. Amazing. So I've stamped the image.
Perfect. Okay. Look at that beautiful image.
So here's one I stamped earlier in black.
Okay. Love that, because I can't see anything, John. Amazing.
Just about, if you really pay. So I'd leave that to settle for what? At least an hour. Right, yeah. On a smoother the card, the longer you leave it. Okay. The more textured the card. Yeah. the shorter time you can get away with.
Okay. I'll just tell you the Kaleido machine at almost 70% of stock has gone very, very busy. Please check your baskets out. Fabulous Christmas present. Now, layering it. This is important because so it's all your plates.
Base, no.
Okay.
You have, we give you 2 3mm plates.
Right.
Because for embossing and some techniques, you need 2 thinner plates.
Right.
And normally we didn't want you to have to buy anything. Cool. So you get the magnetic base plate.
Magnetic base plate.
You normally pay extra for.
You absolutely do.
Yeah, I looked the other day, they wanted 20 quid for an A5.
Wow.
Magnetic base plate.
And it's part of your bundle.
Yeah.
That's like half of your first payment almost.
Oh, it is. Your 5mm and your 3mm. Your card with your foil, and all I've done, fold it over.
Yeah.
Stop the roller picking it up.
Yes.
If you get foil wrapped around your roller, and I know I sound really bad now, it's because you've not secured it.
Yes.
There's no other way it can happen.
Yes. Yeah.
And all you do is literally give the sandwich and turn.
Amazing.
That's it.
And it's not putting excess. I mean, you can see.
I mean,
it's
look
not
how
excess
easy.
Pressure. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Even if you've got dexterity issues and you perhaps couldn't use this for die cutting, you can still foil in this because it's such an easy turn.
And I love it because you haven't set any different heat settings. I mean, look at that. And that is perfect.
And that is using a stamp.
Doesn't that look amazing?
I'll just pull out this. So you know, you and I, Leonie, from similar parts of the country.
Indeed, we are.
We were brought up.
We're a bit tight.
If you want to, have it. Yeah. But you don't waste it, and you don't do it for the sake of it.
Absolutely.
This is literally my mum's watchwords. Yeah. So I'm not wasting this.
No, because that's
foil.
Amazing.
So I put it onto a piece of card that's been coated with the magic medium,
and again,
like the die cut.
See, it doesn't look like it's got magic medium on there because it's super clear, but it
really is.
And again,
it's not even sticky.
Oh no, it doesn't. You can see though. So when you've magic mediumed your card up, and it's a good idea. Is this? I've loads of card that's just magic medium, and then it's ready to go.
When I do a stencil. Because you can go through a stencil, the waste I put onto card, and then I do a few pieces of card at the same time.
That's so cool. There's so many things you can do.
So there we go.
It is a gift that keeps on giving.
So that's the waste, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Now,
wow.
That's the bit I throw away, the clear bit.
That is clear.
But there you go. So that is now sealed.
That's amazing.
Yeah, not sticky, but I can reactivate it.
Amazing. Because obviously you were going on to the magic medium, so it meant the whole thing has got magic medium on, even the bit that hasn't foiled. Yeah. But yeah, we're normally, you'd think that would be done.
That's not sticky. You could send that as a card. You don't have to reseal it with this, but I can take another colour, put it over the top.
Can they do black foils?
No, but what we do is, I'll show you what we actually do is...
Oh, sorry,
there's a pearlised one. So what you would do with the pearlised foil is if you stamp in black and put the pearl on it, it makes it look like pearl.
Oh, how interesting.
So if you actually did the magic medium onto black card and then used the pearl, it would look like you've got black foil.
Amazing.
Because they don't do a black foil for it. But there we go.
That's well cool. Look at that. So, and the effect is phenomenal. But again, it's like I keep saying, you haven't. There's no like on that machine. How many buttons have we got like to heat set?
One, on and off.
That's it.
But if you notice, I don't turn it off to die cut.
Yeah.
I don't turn it off to emboss. Yeah. The plates were designed to go through this while it's hot.
Amazing.
So you don't have to...
it's not that hot that you have to be really scared or paranoid, or you have to turn it off and you have to remember...
If you forget to turn it off, it turns itself off after 2 hours.
Cool. Yeah.
So the light stays on, the switch stays on, but the heating element stops after 2 hours of not use.
Good. Yeah.
Turns itself off. But
sorry, all the questions.
That's what we're here for.
Before you foil, how long does it need to heat up?
It's about 7 minutes, and the machine will beep at you.
Amazing.
It will beep twice, beep once when you switch it on, and beep twice when it's up to temperature.
Fantastic. 7 minutes, and then you're off.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing, it's just so... And I love that. You've stamped that ages ago, but you don't have to worry about foiling it straight away.
Longest we've done is 7 months.
No way, really?
Yeah. And basically, I've probably got some pieces at home. I'm at the Newbury show on Saturday.
Yeah.
And in there, I've sent already, in the box in there, I've already put down some pieces I stamped when I first got the machine and the ink.
Amazing.
So I'll be trying on Sunday, sorry. I'll actually be trying to see if it'll still foil after a year.
Wow, that'd be well cool.
I know it will, because it's not a
Wow.
problem.
I really like that.
So,
And sorry, folks, if bits and bobs are floating away, it is our aircon that's been a bit.
So this is a bit I used in the earlier show to take out the berries.
Ah,
so why would I waste that?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
So I'm going to put a strip and just, again, of greaseproof on, tuck it under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With
Secure
the
sandwich.
greaseproof, like if you are a little bit nervous,
Use that every time
use
if
it,
you
right,
are.
okay.
Yeah.
Just because it's not going to affect the foiling or anything. It's,
Nope.
It's going to be fine. Amazing.
But you will find you must make sure your images have settled for that.
Yeah, yeah.
It will not do it as freshly
Right.
when it hasn't.
Yeah.
So that's that. That's that. That's that. That's that. Let's get that one off. There you
I
go.
love this. Oh, give it a wobble. Yay, there you go. Do you see that? As you go back, you can see the different colours. Sometimes it's trickier to see on the camera than it is in real life.
It is, because this is shining in real life, but it's got to get the right
Look at
reflection.
that. Yeah, you've got it. There it
But
is.
not an inch of black is showing on that.
That's so cool.
At all.
It's so cool, John. Right, I'm going to give some reminders. Oh, honestly, when I think it might have been the first Kaleido show I did with our John, I literally sold it myself. It was one of those, I went away and it was like, I'm having that, I'm having it. 3/4 of stock has gone. Okay, why have so many people fallen in love with this machine? Let's show you some finished samples, talk you through why. For starters, look at that on acetate. Now, obviously, the Kaleido, you use your proper acetate from the Kaleido, but how good does that look? Look at that. I mean, look at the detail of that. How professional does that look? I mean, in foiling, when we talk about foiling, this is a system that is tricky. It's not a system that's actually easy to do, especially for us crafters, but it's something that looks professional. I mean, having a foiling machine, that has got that beautiful sheen, but you don't need to emboss it. You know, you've got that fantastic sheen from the foiling. It looks professional. You know, that's the thing with this. It just looks sensational. So, of course, when you think of all the products that you've got, you just want to see what they look like foiled, but don't just think stamps. I mean, that has got texture. That is the beautiful magic medium through stencils. And this is the thing, you can start digging out, not just your stamp, you are going to start digging out so many of your wonderful stencils, your dies, or just different techniques. I'd love to hear from you. What techniques have you done with this machine so far? Have you been experimenting? What's your favourite? I mean, it might just be simple. You know, how good does that look? Just foiling that. You might be techniques. You might be raiding the garden. I mean, look at that. That looks like, it looks like handmade paper, but it looks like that technique, you know, the eco dyeing, where you have to put your paper with your plant and vinegar, white vinegar, and you have to leave it for about 2-3 hours to get it to do that. That has been done in seconds in the machine, and it looks as effective. I mean, the detail it picks up as well. That stamp, that big stamp in the background is superbly detailed. It picks it up. You've got so much you can do with this. I mean, that background is one of your wax crayon backgrounds. And then
foiled over the top.
That is well cool.
You cannot, there's no other machine in the world that can do that.
No, there's no other machine I'm going to be putting wax crayons through.
No.
You know, that sounds crazy.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Oh, what did you do today? I put wax crayons through my hot machine, die cutting machine. But look at that. That was another reason I bought it. We're like, oh, that technique is phenomenal. And this is the thing. I'll put these down because I've got a handful and our John's ready. Please check your baskets out. The bundle itself is amazing. You get in your machine, the easiest machine. I mean, the foiling on this, it is beautiful, it's perfect, and it's such an easy machine. You are not going to get a massive instruction book that you have to look at all your different heat settings. You're not going to have to get another plate that you have to heat up separately. It's there, it's in the machine, you've got one button. boom. It is fabulous. And then, of course, you've got all your foils. So you're not just getting the foils that you get with the machine. You've got a full collection of beautiful foils as well, 10 foils. And they are stunning. Remember, you do get a lot on there. You've also got your dies. Contents are going to vary. Let's face it, that price is phenomenal. You're saving £65. £65 and you're getting all these dies. Again, contents are going to vary, but you're going to get some beautiful dies there. Lovely, lovely details. And then, of course, you've got the bit that's super magic, because you've got the ink, you've got your magic medium, you've got your ink pad. That is a plain ink pad. You make your own ink pad. And, of course, you have got, I forgot the stencil. How rude. That'll be a surprise. And then you've got your plates. I forgot the stencil.
And your pen.
How rude. And the pen.
You've got a foiling manual writing pen.
You are going to have so many surprises. You've got your full writing pen. So imagine getting your kids to write the name and then foiling it. You know, imagine doing all your own Christmas cards this year in your writing and foiling it. I mean, it's going to look amazing, depending on your writing. And then, mine would look awful. Then you've got the stencil, and that is a lovely stencil. And again, there's loads you can do with that. Because you've got your magic medium, it really allows you to play with your stencil. This bundle is phenomenal. You're saving £65. Your first payment is under £50. You know exactly what you're paying thereafter. You only pay postage on your first payment if you're not part of Freedom, of course. If you're a part of Freedom, you don't even pay postage, and you don't pay any interest. All of this is delivered to your door as soon as you've made that purchase. You don't have to wait till the last payment has gone through. Okay, over 3/4 of stock has gone. It is 963154, your item number. Now, another thing that you might want to be bobbing into your flexi basket is your happy hour. With your happy hour, you're getting both of these for £12.98. So it's basically buy one, get one free, isn't it? Better than half price. And if you're only going for this now, maybe you've got your machine and you're just going for this now, you can flex extravaganza it, which means today it's about £6.50. Same again next month. Beautiful pearlescent inks and a gorgeous colour palette as well. Really lovely colours. 423864 is your item number. Now then, yeah, we definitely need to tell you about these, don't we? Because once they're gone, they're gone. And it does make me laugh when we talk about the Crafts 2 warehouse, because I imagine it being I imagine you go in and go, wow, there's so much stuff. And then every now and again, something turns up.
Yep.
Like these. And it's like, oh, found a box of.
Yeah, it is literally. I know Peter gave me some card about 3-4 weeks ago. He said, this is the last box of this. He said, but there'll probably another box turn up on the shelf next week. I went down the following week and he gave me 2 more boxes and said, I found 2 more boxes of it.
I mean,
it's like an Escher painting. There are staircases that go everywhere.
Yeah.
But we have now done a big clear of all the Christmas dies in John Next Door, and we found some more of the mini lantern.
I love
which we had sold out last year, which is why there's only the sample of the lanterns there, because I've saved this.
Yeah.
So I've gifted away all the samples of it because it was finished. I saved this because I loved it so much.
I love this.
So this has been kept in my house for my Christmas decorations.
Oh, I just think this is beautiful. It's beautiful. Look at the little lights in start. I really like this. Now, half of the stock has gone. So what you're getting is, and it's interesting is this, John, because when I look at that die, that doesn't look like it makes that.
No.
You know, it makes it look like it makes something a lot smaller. Because that's a really good size.
That box Sam made, it took him 5 minutes.
No way.
That's it.
And
He's actually using some Leblanche rub-ons
fabulous.
on one of his backgrounds. You know what we're like with you and Leblanche. But that box is made with that die.
That's beautiful.
But that's not using any of the additional windows or anything in there. There's a video for putting it together, but it is so easy to put it together.
And all your different windows, all your different, like all of these cut out if you want to. I mean, honestly, you can do so much that cuts into the card, not out of the card. So you've got loads going on here. This is a massive die cutting set. You've even got, of course, your lovely little, I'll show you packaging for that one, your lovely little baubles at the top there, and then the Silent Night, which is
exclusive
gorgeous.
to her Chanda.
Really?
This die has not been and will not be available anywhere else.
Amazing. And this little bundle, once it's gone, it's gone. I would really get hold of this. Half price deal. It's a really, really, did I say half price? It's not half price, I'm lying. I'm thinking at happy hour. You're saving £5 on this one. Honestly, I mean, how gorgeous are they? Love that. I'm definitely going to pinch that. I won't pinch that. Okay, if you do want to get hold of that, 966043 is your item number. Now then, if you do want extras, the Magic Medium, definitely. If you have already got your machine, get hold of your extras. If you're getting this today, why not just bob it into your basket? £9.98. Really good idea to get extra. You've already seen John using cardstock that he's already prepped with the Magic Medium. You can do so much with it. £9.98, 237 831. And we've got the ink and the pad. So eventually you will run out of ink, eventually. But yeah, could be a gift for someone else. 916-528. I like that we've got these as separates because these are the ones eventually you will run out of. So you do need to restock every now and again. £19 and £99. Or you need to do that thing that I do, put it in a safe place and have to buy extra because you don't know where you've put your ink. And then literally, as you place the order, you find it. But it's okay, I've just got extra. Yeah. It's fine.
Well, to be honest, it's probably a good idea because what we've got on the show is the last of the ink as well as being the last of the machines.
What?
Now, the ink has been reordered.
I was going to like, what? What? Is that it?
The ink and the foils have already been reordered.
Oh, good.
So, because we promised that we wouldn't sell out of it for people.
You can't do that.
The machine hasn't.
Right.
And we don't know if we are going to.
Wow,
so,
I'm glad I got mine
but with the ink, it will be back, so I don't want to worry anyone because
say,
I literally ordered it yesterday.
Right, okay, thank goodness.
Peter rang me yesterday and went, we've not got as much ink as we thought we'd got. We've got enough for tomorrow's show, but then should we order some more?
Yes.
I said, can I? He went, yeah, please. So
I
ordered, so just as a fair warning, but it will be back, same with the foil. We have promised we'll keep them in stock and we will.
Good. Yeah, you have to. Or
yeah,
else
you do, because then you're just horrible, aren't you?
Yeah, I won't be able to use my machine.
No. So, how long does it take to do that eco-line bleaching thing?
It's really good fun. However, it takes about, I think when I've done it, I've left it in pan boiling for about 2 hours. Right,
okay. So these are leaves that I picked about an hour ago from your back garden.
Wow.
Here at the craft store.
Amazing.
And this is like a mixed media card, like the Dolly Dimples mixed media card. Yeah. Rather than being a flat, super smooth. Yeah.
Amazing. Lynn wanted this. Hey, Lynn, it's for you.
So there you go.
So does it matter at this stage if it's hot or not?
No. Yeah, it's hot.
Right.
It has to be hot.
Right. Yeah, because that makes the...
It's not the pressure.
Plates, what plates have you popped in?
So same as foiling.
Right.
The base plate, 5mm, one 3mm.
Right. Excellent.
It won't accept a sandwich that doesn't work.
Amazing.
It really doesn't.
Whee!
So, there we go.
I love this. Well, you find, I bet some work better than others, don't they? Oh, that looks so cool.
But can you see every detail in there? There's the leaves.
That is well cool.
So those leaves are not there. They've been imprinted in.
That's so
if you want to get more of the colour in, you spritz the page with water first.
Right, okay.
Just to pull out a little bit of the colour. But literally, when they dry, it seems weird. They intensify. But that looks like it's set in. It's completely smooth.
That is so cool. It is so cool.
But so it's 2 hours or...
Yeah, 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
Yeah.
As long as it takes you to turn a handle.
I love it. Oh, gosh, right. I'm going to go home and do loads of leaves. Okay. So, limited stock. If you do want that beautiful lantern, now limited stock, that is going to sell out. Once it's gone, it's gone. Unless they find another box, but I doubt it. But please check your baskets out there. £21.98 is your prize. 966043 is your item number. Ooh, Taz, did it sound like when you're having a waxing? Um, if there is anything you want, please check your baskets out, but be quick. It is busy. We have got queues on the phones. You can get onto the website. If you are on that website, of course, it does mean you can check out straight away. Please remember, if your stuff's in your basket for 10 minutes or more, we do refresh your baskets. So you can check the app and make sure you order that way. Right, John, what's next? What's next,
Right,
please?
well, wax crayons. So I thought you would love to see this.
Love this.
So
cheap old wax crayons as well.
Bought yesterday.
In your 99p
plus a penny shop. Yep, okay.
Amazing.
And the greater in the 99p plus a penny shop, and literally just great wax crayons on.
Amazing.
And these are not expensive. This is not that posh brand that we all wanted when we were at school.
Yeah.
This is literally the cheapest. 72 pack for £1.
Amazing.
Okay.
And the thing is, the grater you probably won't use the same grater for your cheese.
No, you don't.
Not for your cheese.
So, literally, there's the wax on. Okay.
Amazing.
I'm just going to make a little parcel of greaseproof paper, and again, cheapest. So, if we exclude the costs of the machine, this cost me £3 to do this first one, and every other one's free.
Amazing, obviously.
Because I bought 3 products to do it.
Until you run out.
And we just run it through, but it has such a magic thing.
Yeah. And I tell you what, it's quick.
So that's done, okay. There.
Love that.
Look at the colour,
It's so cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is set in now.
That's so
right?
cool.
That's not waxy.
Yeah.
That still feels like a piece of mixed media card.
It messes with your head, does that?
Well, what I'm going to do next shouldn't work.
Yeah, yeah.
Because this is, you've seen me, you watched me heat wax.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah? And make this paper out of it in a machine. Yeah? I'm now going to grab VersaFine.
Okay.
Onyx Black, so not a StazOn.
Yeah.
Nothing that could work on a shiny surface.
Yeah, yeah.
So standard ink that, you know, most crafters would have at home.
Yeah.
Ink my stamp as normal. Don't have to clean my stamp after using Kaleido. Have never cleaned any of mine, and it's not damaged one yet.
That's really good.
So it's over a year. Yeah, same with red rubber. That's one of Kay's from Indigo Blue that I've used.
Oh, nice stamp.
So it works just as well. It's nice, that one,
so don't panic about having to get special equipment to clean it.
There you go.
Boom. And it's actually stamped on your wax.
It's stamped over the top of the wax.
That's fine.
And that will take what? Probably, some of it's dry already. It'll probably take 1 or 2 minutes to dry. Yeah. Once it's dry, that's it, it's fixed.
That's so cool.
But that should not work.
No, it shouldn't, because wax, it's wax.
It's wax.
Wax is a resist. It's not something you stamp on.
Wax does not, and you know that would ball up on top of it.
Yeah.
You go into the detail on that, you can see, you know, you get as close to the telly as possible, you'll see there's no pooling of that ink. It's just as if I've put it on.
Yeah, that's
normal.
well cool. Brilliant. And again, I love seeing the techniques. It's so exciting, because then you go, what about this? What about this? Don't you? It's just one of those. There's so many things you're going to play with. And please do experiment. Please get different types of material out. You know, all your different, I mean, look at them. Do they not look shop bought? They absolutely look shop bought.
They were stamped by me with our Christmas stamps from 2J's and then foiled. That's it.
They look shop bought.
But they look like toppers you'd pay £1 a sheet for.
They absolutely do. I mean, you could literally, I mean, the amount of things you could make to sell. Imagine, I mean, when you are doing craft fairs again, sitting on your craft fair, if you wanted to personalise something and foil it, you could do it there and then. You know, I mean, there's so much you can do. Different backgrounds, different styles. Dig out your stamps, but dig out your dies. Dig out your beautiful stencils. You know, obviously, backgrounds, it's incredible. Look at that for backgrounds. I mean, how cool is that? It looks sensational. It doesn't think your doodahs together.
Yep, so
I'll try and think of your
Angelina
doodahs.
fibres and fusible film. Fused through the Kaleido, so I don't need an iron. I don't have an iron in my craft room. I don't need one.
Yeah.
And then die cut in the same machine at the same time.
That's so cool.
With a flower die.
That is so cool. So think about stuff that you haven't. I mean, I forget half of the stuff I can do with my machine. And that's the thing, isn't it? You forget. But remember, there's loads of ideas. There's loads of inspiration. John has done loads of videos to keep that inspiration coming. So please do check that out because it is one of those that, seriously, when you get hold of this, it's a gift that keeps on giving. Now, if you would like to get hold of your fantastic machine, it's not just the machine, it's the bundle, because you've got all those dies as well, and you've got the stencil. I mean, it's a huge bundle, and the saving is incredible. £65 saving, but we are approaching 80% of the stock gone. 963154. Happy hour, because we're running out of time. How much time have we got? About 10 minutes? No, it's more like 8 minutes. 10 minutes for you to get hold of the happy hour, though. But if you do want to get hold of this one, you do need to be quick. Pearlescent and the Gorgeous. Each one of these is individual. Each one is independent. So it means, and I can see the sparkle better now I've taken lids off. So it means each one of these you can pick out and use the inks independently, which is lovely. And that can, oh, so's Taz. I didn't wait there, did I? Because I was going to get my favourite colour there. That's my favourite one.
That one is my favourite.
Favourite.
It's like a tealy, bluey green. Yeah. It's beautiful.
It's lovely. Oh, she likes the peach in the other set, so she does. Bear with. Let's show the cheeky bit of
pepper and a pinny would, wouldn't she?
Hey, pepper and pinny. There. Yeah, it is lovely, is that? Yeah, it's nice. It's nice, we'll give you that. Now, if you do want these, oh, that's a nice one too. Look at that colour. Oh, look at that. What is that? It's just a bit of magic.
It's a golden black.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
So it's black with gold mica added to give you like a golden black.
It's gorgeous. I like the orange too. Anyway, they're really beautiful. See, they're even better when you take the lid off. Look at that colour.
Hold it upside down, they won't fall out.
Oh, I'm really scared.
No, they won't.
Oh, all right then.
They won't.
I'm shaking it.
That was the problem with those in the past. They were too near and they fell out.
Yeah, they
those
did.
Click in.
Yeah,
so they click into
why
space.
I'm being really careful.
Yeah, I know, because you know them from years ago.
You could tell, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Were like, oh.
First thing that worried me when the sample came, I was like, oh, it's going to do what they did. No, it's not.
There were no way I were going to do that. And now it's okay. I've still got the nerves, though. Still got the nerves. Whoop, there you go. 423-846 is your item number. No, 423-864 is your item number. £12.98 is your price. But you haven't got long to order them, so please check your baskets out. Can we go back to you?
Yeah, we can. So,
let's play.
I haven't used a pen, have I?
No, you haven't.
So, I was going to show you this one.
In fact, I keep forgetting to tell them they've got a pen.
How would you foil any other way? Just those.
Yeah, yes. How would you? You wouldn't.
You wouldn't. You can't.
Yeah.
What you'd have to... There's no even way that you could actually even... If you heat emboss it, it's different.
Yeah,
it doesn't work. It curls it.
Yeah.
But again, it's so hard to do and you can't guarantee it because this is black. So I've basically stamped it in green. I've used a VersaFine Clair.
Right.
Just to show that no other ink but the Kaleido will foil.
Yeah.
So you get your pen and you colour in wherever you want it foiled.
See,
so
I
want the star.
And actually, that pen, it's got a decent nib on it as well, hasn't it?
It has. It's got a really fine point nib on it. It's not like a brush. And of course, if you want to do brush lettering, put some of the ink into a little pot and use a brush.
Fabulous, yeah.
Because it's ink, you can put it in your fountain pens. Put it in your brush. Put it in your water brushes.
Your fountain pens. Can you put it in your fountain pens?
It's ink. Put it in anything.
Amazing.
The only thing I would say is certainly when you're using like the brushes, wash them straight away because it's a chemical.
Yeah.
And it can dry on there.
Yeah.
So I'll go through that and we'll put. We'll put. So you said about handwriting. Mine is terrible.
Mine is.
Now I was going to put Leone on it, but A, you know I always struggle spelling it, and B, the one I'd already prepped. So although I've used a pen, I still want to leave that to settle.
Right, okay.
So I would actually sit, and what I did was I did loads of them and made the original. So I'd leave it to settle. So there's one I did earlier.
One you
see,
prepared
just black.
earlier. Yeah.
And it's only because I want to show you the best effects that you can get.
I think this is fabulous. I mean, that pen, again, yeah, there's so much you can do. Because it could be a beautiful pattern paper that you just want to add foiling on. You can literally pick out the detail, couldn't you? Oh, man.
Yeah, like the new... Have you seen the new Stamperia?
What, the Christmas one?
No.
No, I haven't.
Oh, you will want to colour in bits of it when you get it.
How fabulous.
You'll want to colour in bits of it with this and foil it.
How fabulous. Yeah. And you can. I just think that's amazing.
No, just peel that off. There you go.
Oh, yeah, that is this.
So you see.
That is really good. Yeah, that is so superb. Imagine what you can do with that pen. I mean, that in its own right is fantastic. The pen isn't refillable. It's not refillable, is it, the pen?
The pen you can refill once.
Right, okay.
After that, unfortunately, the nib gets destroyed.
Yeah.
We have to remember it's a chemical ink.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt our stamps.
Yeah.
But things like brushes and things like that, like there's a blending brush that I didn't clean after doing it, and it's, can you see?
Yeah, is it gone a bit
As
manky?
opposed to one that I haven't used.
Yeah, and that's soft still.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So it just seems to have a chemical reaction against certain things.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is, if, for really simple cards, or as we did earlier, I went through here very quickly with VersaFine Claire. Then I used the pen to colour the berries through the stencil in red. But then I put the stencil back on. Yeah. And I went back through with the Kaleido ink from the pad and a blending brush.
Oh, fabulous.
Because, of course, we can do that. Now, I tried to foil it. It didn't foil before because it hadn't settled long enough. So I'm hoping this time it will. Now, to make sure it does,
got a minute and a half.
I'm going to put a shim on.
Okay.
Just increase the pressure. If you find something doesn't foil, put it back through with a shim on.
Right, okay.
Increase the pressure.
Yeah.
It's either the pressure, the heat, or the card.
And I suppose, when you think about it, if you're putting the ink on with a brush, you're getting a lighter coverage of ink, aren't you?
You are. You get a lot lighter than you would do stamping it. But again, if I peel that off...
Oh, it's one of them you just want to go home and play.
Look.
Oh, look at that green. That's beautiful. Yeah, I love that.
So now we've got foiled leaves in green and red, and then it drifts off into normal.
Yeah. I really like that. What I love about this is there's so many things I love about this, but with the ink, when you actually stamp, because you've got black ink, I love it when you only foil a little bit, because then you still see the black and it looks really cool.
It looks so distressed. It's beautiful when that happens.
So
if you want that,
even if it's wrong, it's okay.
Yeah, stamp it and foil it straight away, and you'll get it picking up bits and giving you the black at the back, and it looks stunning.
It looks ace.
But you can then leave that, put another colour foil over it the next day and foil it, and you'll get a two-tone.
Amazing. John, is this your last hour?
It is.
Right, this is John's last hour. Get your happy hour. Do not forget to check your baskets out on that. But most importantly, please check your basket out on this. I know it's busy on the phones. There are queues. Get on the website. Don't miss out on this. It's a fantastic Christmas gift for you or for a friend and family. Thank you, lovely John.